let's review some of the rectangles we've made with the factors of 12. Okay, so in the example on the number tiles, we had one rectangle that was 1 wide and 12 long, which can barely fit in my camera, but that was the example that we had. We could also make another rectangle. My paper isn't big enough to go this way as well. There we go. 12 by 1 going across and 1 by 12 going down. Okay. You also should have been able to make a rectangle that had 2 rows of 6. 2 rows of 6. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 times 6, which means we could have also done 2 columns of 6 rows. 2, 3, 6, right here. 6 times 2 also equals 12. I could have had 3 rows of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And we could have had 4 rows, get that all on here, 4 rows of 3. 4 times 3. All of these would equal 12. So all of these possibilities, wish I could make this come up a little bit more. All of these possibilities of all the different ways we can arrange 12 tiles into rectangles. Okay. Each of these numbers that we can multiply to make 12 are each called factors. All of these are factors of 12. And we can see that this rectangle, 2 times 6, is exactly the same as 6 times 2 if we would turn it. Same thing with 3 times 4, and 4 times 3 is the same if we turn it. So we can count each of those as a factor pair. 3 and 4 and 4 times 3 are the same factor pair for 12. So if I was going to list the factors of 12, factor pairs of 12, I would have 1 times 12, 2 times 6, and 3 times 4. So it has 3 factor pairs. Okay, so 12 has 3 factor pairs, 6 factors total, and I do not need to list them twice. I do not need to list 2 times 6 and 6 times 2. That counts as 1 factor pair. Let's take a look at a different number. What if I wanted to find the factor pairs of 13? Okay, so I want to think of all the different ways I could arrange 13 into a rectangle. Okay, all the different ways I could arrange 13 into a rectangle. I could play around. Well, I would know, like, I would need 1 more, right, than this, right? So this would be 13. Well, that doesn't make a rectangle. I have 1 left over. Same thing. I would need to add 1 more here. That's not going to work. I could add 1 more here and still have a rectangle. 1 times 13. But there's no other way. A 5 doesn't go into 13. 7 doesn't go into it. So I can't. There's no other factors except for 1 times 13. So it only has 1 factor pair. Only has 1 factor pair. All right. If I tried another number like 16, right, the factor pairs of 16, I know I can do 1 times 16. I know I can do 2 times 8 because I know that multiplication fact, and I know 4 times 4. All would make 16. So again, it has 3 pairs of factors. 3 factor pairs. So I can use my number tiles. I can use the facts that I know and I've memorized, and I can even use my multiplication chart to help me find the factor pairs of different numbers.